The first episode of Series 2, Walking Dead on a boat.
The floating dead.
Stare into the abyss. The abyss stares back. It is alive. It is hungry.
Gail Ann Hurd was there to sort of introduce the movie and to do sort of Q&A afterwards. Yeah. And for those who don't know, she's one of the executive producers of both The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead. She's also one of the most powerful women in Hollywood, having produced
Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
Aliens, The Incredible Hulk.
I can smell your gloves. They stink.
They really smell bad. I shouldn't be wearing these again.
So it sort of carries on where the first short season ends. California's gone to shit, even more to shit.
Yeah.
It's all on fire.
It's
all on fire.
And
the group decides to go on a boat, because it's a boat.
Better than the fire.
It's less bitey, less fiery.
Yeah.
Sail away, sail away, sail away.
It's kind of like, what are the dangers at sea? It seems to be what they're going to explore. Most of this episode just had a lot of fishing, a lot of drinking whiskey and going, oh.
Gail Ann Hurd specifically said, ooh, when you go away and if you talk about it or you write about it, please don't give away any of the plot points. Good news is there's no plot points to give away.
None. There's nothing major really happens. Setting it at sea, you think you can do something interesting with it?
Oh, I've tied this really tight. Tear it off like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
You gonna explain the garb?
No. Well, there's this weird bit where they come across a crashed boat or a sunk boat, and there's all zombies floating around the outside, and some of them are wearing buoyancy aids. There's nothing less menacing than a zombie with a buoyancy aid. It's literally just going, oh, it's gone.
Poke it away with an oar. There's relatively little to get your teeth into, so to speak, in the first episode, but it's setting the scene for presumably a more claustrophobic environment at which people begin to start to get at each other and relationships deteriorate.
The Thing-like environment where you're stuck in a place which could be there's dangerous stuff out there, and you're not quite sure who to trust in this very claustrophobic place, and that could work really well. I wonder how they're going to do that. The first episode didn't delve that far into it. It was a pretty non-event of an episode, but there's potential for it to be either really interesting with this claustrophobia on the boat, or have a lot of floating zombies.
I was watching it and I thought the whole kind of boat setting might be a neat little niche reference to Resident Evil Gaiden. Did you ever play that?
No. Another thing, towards the end of the episode, quite a number of characters seem to just jump into the sea fully clothed with their shoes on, everything. I mean, that is hard in a shallow end of a pool, let alone
jeans, boots, leather jacket, sea. One of the strange things about Fear the Walking Dead is, and it will resolve itself in time, is if you go from watching the main show, in which you're in season 6 at the minute. So in season 6, you've spent ages and ages in this universe, this zombie outbreak universe. The characters now, with a few exceptions, are all pretty zombie savvy. They don't do idiotic things. They know how to survive. They know how to take care of themselves. They know how to dispatch zombies. They know not to trust people. It's kind of weird to go back to another series in which you see characters that are naive again and aren't particularly apocalypse savvy and do really obviously stupid things.
And then it went to the Q&A in the audience, and it's one of the worst Q&A, some of the worst questions I've ever heard at Q&A.
So the first person put their hand up, didn't ask about Fear the Walking Dead, didn't ask about The Walking Dead, said, what was it like producing The Terminator?
Her very first movie, going all the way back.
And why haven't you worked with James Cameron recently?
The final question, which is...
Great question.
The worst question I've ever heard at a Q&A.
Really, really embarrassing.
Yeah.
A bloke said to Gail Ann Hurd, the woman who's produced Aliens, she produces The Walking Dead. She's an influential, talented, powerful woman. And he said, if there was a zombie outbreak in real life, do you think you could kill your family?
But then, what was great is they had a little party to celebrate Fear the Walking Dead Series 2.
Oh, they had these little orange cakes. They were out of this world. You should have seen them. Little orange sponge cakes with a sort of candied orange peel on and a sort of little cream on top.
Yeah,
Oh,
they were very nice.
I had 4 of them.
The fried aubergine burgers did smell like
They
the dead.
smelled like zombies.
Yeah. And there were actors, there were a lot of actors walking around dressed as zombies.
Did a great job.
And they were great.
What do you think of the first episode of season 2 of Fear the Walking Dead?
It you know, if you want to see it on, you know, when it airs, it will pass the 45 minutes to an hour. It's a set-up episode. They're just putting into place the dynamics on the boat, and there's a little bit at the end with some floating zombies which aren't particularly frightening. But there is promise for good things, but it could also completely, you know, capsize.
Very droll, very good. I thought it was pretty good. It's just teeing up the rest of the series.
Yeah.
It's doing its job.